Do not be afraid of dying. Be afraid of living with nothing to die for. And this is Secret Society of Veterans. Welcome to Secret Society of Veterans. I am your host, Anthony Rivera, Navy vet off the USS Carl Vinson, CVN 70. I hope everybody's having a great day, evening, morning, whatever time you're listening to, whatever time zone you're in and you're hearing this podcast. I've been out of it for a while. It's been on and off for me since I'm hosting this podcast. I've had a lot of issues. I've had a lot of surprises. I've had a lot of great things and some small things happen to me. Being that I'm a veteran, I also work for the Miami VA. And I have a lot of great things that happen over at the Miami VA and a lot of sad things that happen in Miami VA. First off, I'd like to give a shout out to all the Navy veterans during my years in the USS Carl Vinson, CVN 70. We were stationed out of Bremerton, Washington, NAS Bremerton, I guess it's called now, or Puget Sound, out of Seattle, Washington State. Great place, beautiful place. Greenery and wildlife was just amazing. Did a couple of tours on the USS Carl Vinson, enjoyed them all. Seen a couple of places, different cultures, different religions, different ways of life, and these different places, which was amazing for a kid coming out of the Bronx, New York, out of New York City. I met a lot of great people, a lot of great friends that are still friends to this day, and brothers to this day. Actually, they say you have brothers by blood, but when you're a vet, you have actually real brothers that stand up to the pot and help out. So in my news, I recently got in a puppy, a Boston Terrier. Turned him into an emotional dog, a emotional service dog. Real beautiful, only 3 months old. And I named him Gizmo, which is kind of a good name for him, because if you've seen what he looked like, if you looked at the Facebook, he's a beautiful dog, brown and white, chocolate and white. Very intelligent animal. Very smart. First day I brought him home, he was already wanting to go outside and pee and poop, which is a great aspect because he don't do it in the house. He's going to be 4 months here on the 8th of this month. So we're moving right along. I'm happy to have the emotional dogs. I've been going through a lot of emotional distresses and things like that with the woman, and we've been going back and forth with a lot of things. So that being said, I've met a lot of great people, a lot of very smart people. I'm about to try to get an interview with one of the veterans, also a Navy veteran that's works out of the VA also with me. Has a lot of knowledge, a lot of input, a lot of smart things to say, and intelligence. So hopefully in a future episode I'll be able to get this veteran on to do this interview, or just have a conversation, and you can ask questions and speak to them directly. We go through a lot of emotional stress, emotional anxiety, and things like that. It's been real tough at times for many of us veterans that have come out of a stressful situation, at like war or even home life and things like that. Emotions are very, very tedious things to control, like anger, like the feeling of abandonment, feeling of no love, no care. We all go through it at some point in time in our lives. It's just about trying to get through it, trying to get by each day, and putting those emotions aside and just working on what the project is at the moment. Recently, I've been going through a lot of stresses in my body, health-wise. I've had kidney stones, and I can't seem to get rid of them. I've had back problems, groin issues, just all the ailments of a veteran. Many veterans have other things going on with them. For me, it's just really difficult. I have done my compensation and pension, and I have been taken care of by the Department of Veterans Affairs, which I really appreciate, and I really want to say thank you to them for their services. The Department of Veterans Affairs, back in the days, wasn't great, I guess, for the veterans, but now it's come leaps and bounds for our veterans. Yes, it's a tedious process at times, but at the end, they do take care of their veterans. They do help out in many ways with many programs, many things that are out there for them, for us veterans. Being that this is Secret Society of Veterans, I want to open up the conversation to basically almost anything. Veterans aren't just all about veterans. We also, watch baseball and sports. We also watch these hip-hop icons and legends that are being slain. We also watch these great musicians and different shows on TV like American Idol or The Voice and things like that. We're the same as a civilian, just with extra stuff that we have done and extra experiences. So if anybody wants to come on here and give their input on any of the things, any subjects that might be entertaining to our veterans or anybody at that might be listening to this podcast, you're more than welcome to come in. Send me a message. Download this app. It's the Anchor app on your Google Play or on your iPhone, iTunes, I guess it would be. And sign up for it, and then find our show, which is Secret Society of Veterans. Favorite us, and then I'll be able to add you into the show and be able to have a conversation with you while you're wherever you're at and wherever I'm at, and just through our phones or our computers. It's a really great piece of technology for us to take hold of, and it's free. Many can do the same that I'm doing. I use this platform to be able to help and be able to just put a thought process in the works with some of our veterans and some people that might be going through things and might want to hear a voice on the other end saying that, hey, it's okay, we're gonna be all right. We all the same. We all are working for that better goal for our lives, to live better for us, our children, and our families and friends. With that being said, I'm going to go to a commercial break, and I'll be right back. Thank you for listening. If you're a veteran, or just anybody that likes to hear good stories, likes to hear things that might guide them through life, why don't you check out the podcast on Anchor called Secret Society of Veterans? Every episode, we have someone new, something new, and things to put out there. We have different groups, different entertainment, and just stuff that might be helpful to you, the veteran. Also, we have a group on Facebook called Secret Society of Veterans. So if you're interested, why don't you come over, check us out, stay a while, and enjoy the information. Thank you very much. This has been a message from Secret Society of Veterans. Welcome back. I am so proud of this Secret Society of Veterans platform that we are introducing, or we have put out there. You can follow us on Facebook on Secret Society of Veterans if you are a veteran and you want to join it. Just press join on our page or group. Today has been a good day. I'm home, been sick, been dealing with kidney stones and things to that effect. But I'm feeling a little better. I'm gonna try to make it to work tomorrow and see what happens. Passing these things are a horror, but I guess it happens to us. I was sitting and speaking to one of my friends, a fellow veteran, about vulnerability, about relationships, about staying quiet and just shutting up. I got a lot of points from my friend. We spoke of I should just stay quiet, and then I would have no regrets on things that I might say, things that might make the situation worse. We don't want nobody to blame. We don't want to even blame ourselves. So being quiet, being still is one of the key elements to not regretting, not being angry with yourself, not being upset with yourself, not beating yourself up, because beating yourself up basically stresses you out health-wise. It makes you feel horrible. What my fellow veteran explained to me was that our body is connected to our brain, which we all know, and when we feel these stresses connect to the pain and trauma that we have had throughout our bodies, throughout ourselves. And you start feeling the ailments and the pains and aches. And I believe that. And I believe that our minds are really strong pieces of flesh, strong pieces of our bodies that have those capabilities and that power over our bodies just from being a little stressed. Coping with our stresses and stuff like that, I would suggest to our fellow veterans and those that are going through stress and anxiety, meditation. Meditating, taking time out of your day to just stay still. Clear your minds, clear your brains. Being able to just stop and be in the present, staying still, telling yourself, today is going to be a good day. We're going to have a great day. Positive reinforcement to self is a great tool. Being able to sit down, legs crossed, hands out, and just tell yourself, breathe. There is nothing that can hurt me, nothing that can stress me out. Breathe. Being able to lay on your back and just in the dark, or however you feel comfortable with candles or things like that, and just telling yourself, breathe in, and being focused on the things that you're doing and your body is doing. It's a great healing process. Great way to put yourself in a present state. Being still. Being present is acknowledging and knowing the moment. A lot of people are adrenaline junkies, but they're living in the present, and they're doing things that many men that don't know how to live in the present are doing and are accomplishing and are doing to extreme points, and they're doing it well. I was watching the surfing thing the other day, and a guy was going through the tube, and it was just a beautiful sight. That man was in the present. That man was still with himself and knowing and acknowledging that his body can do things that many men can't. Plus, it takes a lot of practice. Practice makes perfect, they say. Yes, in our life, we do have to practice being still, telling ourselves to stay quiet, telling ourselves, shut up, let the time take its course. It's going to be okay. We have to take those times and practice. Me, myself, I have to practice many times because I am very anxious, very out there, very extreme, extreme and then apologetic for my extremities or just being extreme. I take time for myself, and I have to be able to breathe, or else I'm not having a great day. I have to breathe so my body can rejuvenate itself and heal itself. Breathing and loving yourself and being in the stillness of just what you're doing is a great thing that our body can do. Being comfortable with yourself, I have to learn that. A lot of us have to learn that. Being comfortable with yourself, being comfortable by yourself. I've gone through relationships, and I just came out of one. I've gone through friends, I've gone through, animals, I've gone through many things. But learning to be by yourself, to love yourself, is the biggest practice that we need to do, or I need to do. As veterans, we come across our PTSD, we come across our anxiety, our depressions. We have many influences out there. We have many things out there that take us out of our stillness and detour us to do things that we just, use to cope with our issues. They might be destructive, they might be great, but us practicing to be able to love ourselves by ourselves is just amazing. I would like to ask you guys out there, my audience, how are you being in the stillness or loving yourself? What do you do? Do you go fishing? Do you watch movies? Do you listen to music? Do you meditate? What is it that you do that helps you cope with life and with being in the stillness? And what's the progression you've gotten out of it? What have you accomplished? That's just a question for my audience out there that might be listening and might be thinking to themselves, what have I done? What are we doing? Well, hopefully I can hear from some of you guys and maybe put some of the training and practices that you use in my own life. Our lives are very, very fragile. We are a fragile species of people and humans, emotionally, physically, in every way. How you treat yourself is how you treat others. We need to treat ourselves better so we can treat others better. I should know I've had my bad times and my faults. I mean, have you seen the news lately with this Nipsey Hussle? He got murdered or killed. He was in stillness. He was doing great things for his community. I mean, he was in the gangs back in the days, and he decided to get away from that with music and then give back to his community. We have many things that can take us away from this world. We have, health ailments as veterans that could take us away from this world. And if we don't practice on going to the doctor and taking care of ourselves and drinking water and things to that effect, then our health deteriorates. I love being here. I love life. I love to love and to be loved. But I have to love myself. And we all have to love ourselves first before we can love others. We have to be in stillness and wellness and mindful for ourselves to be able to help others and create a world that is great for others and great for yourself. It's not about selfishness or selfishness or anything to that effect. It's about being for yourself to help others. With that being said, if you want to call into the show, you can. If you want to leave me a text message, you can. You can reach me on Facebook at Secret Society of Veterans. You can reach me here. Download the app, sign up, and favorite our show. And you can send me a voicemail. Or you can even say something that's of benefit, and I can put it in the show. If you want to say something of value for the show, just please introduce yourself when you record the message and speak into the wherever you're doing it, either computer, on your phone, wherever it's at, and leave a short message, and I will listen to it and put it in the show. And then we can talk about the topic. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. And I wish everybody a tremendous and beautiful day and evening. This has been Secret Society of Veterans. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Secret Society of Veterans. I thank all the listeners. I thank all the help that I get from the callers and the ones that I interview. I thank you all. Please keep your life safe. Keep the next man and woman's life safe. Let's make this world peaceful. And let's, like Ellen DeGeneres says, let's love one another. Let's give each other hugs. Thank you again for joining us at Secret Society of Veterans. Till the next one.